It seems there's nothing that gets people more fearful in their business than the topic of fees and what to charge and when to increase their fees. This has been a real theme with my mentoring clients this past week, the idea of when to increase fees, whether to increase fees, whether or not they're charging appropriately, whether or not they're charging their worth, and how to demonstrate that you're offering real value even if you're the most expensive on the block. Too many people try to be the cheapest on the block, trying to prove their value by being cheaper than everybody else. What I've found across the course of my experience, both in business and as a consumer, is that it is not always the cheapest that is the best value. So when we talk about fees, certainly in the mental health professions, when we talk about fees, one of the big issues is being a helping professional, this fear that we are somehow being sinful or greedy or unpleasant if we're running our business like a business and trying to make it profitable. Now, most businesses, this is a fact, most businesses will fail in the first couple of years. It's something ridiculous, like 96 to 98% of businesses fail in the first couple of years. Very, very few make it. Very, very few make it beyond the first couple of years. Even fewer make it beyond 5 years, and a tiny number make it to 10. Now, I can proudly say my business is 10 years old this year, and I'm a bit excited about that little badge of honour. But it didn't get to survive by undercutting my colleagues, undercutting my peers, and undervaluing the work that we do. We got to survive 10 years through innovation, through trial and error, through persistence and patience, by investing in my role as a business owner, but also investing in my team through various means. So trialing different models of team engagement, backing my team's skill and experience, even when my team question their own value. I will back them. I will back them. I will back their value. I will back that they are worth the fee that we charge. Now, the fees that we charge, I don't know. We might be the most expensive on the block. We might not be. I'm not sure. I know that there was a time when we certainly were, but I haven't done the market research to find out if that's still where we're at. But I absolutely 100% back the notion of charging what we are worth, regardless of what others are charging, because it pushes us to demonstrate our value. It pushes us to be as good as we can be, to be better than we can be. It pushes us to be outside our comfort zone. It pushes us to provide extra value to our community, whether that be through efforts like providing education to our community through social media, whether it be through providing services to our referral sources by, if we can't help, we know who to send people on to so that our referrers don't feel that the problem is left in their lap, that we can help them the best we can, and so on. There are many, many ways that we do what we can to prove our value for the fees that we charge. Not only that, as a leader, as a business owner, it's on me to make sure that I'm providing value to my team. So my team, there are a number of benefits of being employed within my business that may or may not be available in other businesses. And it's not just salary, it's inclusive of downtime, it's inclusive of support, it's inclusive of a number of things that may or may not be available in other businesses. But in order to provide that, my business absolutely must charge our worth. Otherwise, what's the point? And what's the alternative? The alternative is we become one of those statistics that's no longer on the landscape in the future. I owe it to my team, I owe it to our clients, I owe it to the community when I make a commitment, when I open the doors to the business and I make a commitment to providing a service to the community. I owe it to all of those people to make sure that we survive for the long haul in whatever way I can come up with to make sure that happens. Charging our worth is one of those ways that I make sure that that happens. So how do you know what your worth is? Well, there's a number of ways. You can do some market research and find out what others are charging. What I don't like about that is you're fearful about charging enough. If others are undercharging, how do you know if you're charging enough? So I usually encourage my mentoring clients when they're doing that market research is they should peg their fee at $5 more and be the $5 most expensive. Their colleagues will follow. Their colleagues will start to pick up on the idea of charging enough as well. The other strategy is to look to professional bodies. If your industry has a professional body with a set of recommended fees, have a look at those fees. Have a look at not just what the fee is, but what it is based on. So in the psychology profession, we have a recommended fee which almost nobody charges. Almost nobody charges. That fee is based on what it costs to run a private practice and pay yourself a salary. If you're not charging that fee, you're already running your business into the ground financially, and you need to figure out ways to compensate for that. So have a look at your professional body, have a look at your peers, have a look at the time you spend doing what you do, have a look at what other benefits you add to your community. Have a look at what it costs to run your business.
This is the special page for
and then perhaps
please make yourself known to reception.
Have a look at what it costs to run your business. Can you reduce your overheads? Of course, is a conversation to be having with yourself. But also have an honest look at what it costs to run your business, backward engineer from there what you need to be charging your clients each week based on your average number of clients, and identify, am I charging enough already? So your costs and your salaries and all of that sort of stuff, have a really honest look. Am I charging enough? My guess is you're probably not. If you're stressing, if you're already stressed about the decreased revenue that might be hitting your business over the closure period of Christmas, New Year, you're not charging enough. And you're not doing enough forward thinking and forward planning. I've been talking about planning and goal setting and thinking ahead. I've been talking about that for months for a reason, because so many of you will have this downtime over Christmas, New Year. You need to be planning ahead for that. So if you haven't done that and you're stressed this year, I want you to take from this experience this year and make sure next year you plan ahead and plan wisely, and think about a fee increase if that's part of your problem. Another point is fear of judgment, fear of criticism. So many people are scared to talk about their fees, to increase their fees, because they're scared that others are going to judge them harshly. Here's what I want you to ask yourself. The people who might judge you for your fees, are they going to pay your bills for you when you hit a revenue shortfall if you don't increase your fees to what they should be? Of course they're not. Are they on some kind of advisory board? Are they a director in your business? No, they're not. Then why are you giving them airtime? They don't deserve a place in the conversation with you around your fees if they are not supportive of you charging your value and charging your worth. And if they are telling you you're charging too much, they don't deserve a place in the conversation. So stop listening to fear, listen to your instincts instead, listen to advisors who are encouraging you to charge your worth. So the theme this week has been around fees and has been around setting fees appropriately, setting fees to secure your business, setting fees to help with the shortfall over Christmas and New Year, increasing fees as appropriate, how to communicate that to your clientele, and making sure that you are not afraid of running your business like a business. Have a great day.